All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Gonna run through this trade recap. Took this little continuation play in Asia tonight. Had some spare time, so I was like, why not make a quick recap? Here are the executions on this trade right here. Took this on the funded next eval. Just set up. Like if you see my like Insta or whatever, I said I was gonna maybe look at Asia tonight, and ended up paying off. So it was actually worth it. So coming into the day, or not the day, but the night. Usually, as you guys know, I trade Asia at 8 p.m. And the reason I literally just happened to be on the charts. I was just taking a glance and then I seen this setup kind of forming. And I was like, okay, well, if I can get this, maybe I'll actually take this. So starting off on the higher time frame, if you guys see my weekly analysis, I wanted to see previous week's low get run, which obviously could happen overnight. But anyway, in the short term, you could see on the 30-minute what happened. Price opened up at market open and just immediately pumped to the upside. And what did we see here? Well, we had all this like low resistance liquidity. I honestly was potentially looking for a move to take all of that out, but then I noticed coming in before 7 p.m., I noticed that we were forming a 30-minute bullish gap, like a massive 30-minute gap. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking this like, is it more probable to just short right now or look for price to tap into this 30-minute and continue higher because we have all these draws above? So I was like, okay, 7 p.m. If we get to tap into this 30-minute gap and I get a quick move, like a quick continuation play, I'm gonna take it. We can see that the volume is clearly bullish. We're probably not going to get a deep retrace. It's probably going to be one of those plays where you're going to tap in and we just continue higher. So I see this gap on NQ, and then on ES we have the exact same gap. We have a 30-minute gap. So if I'm thinking in my head, if NQ and ES both tap into that 30-minute, we get distribution higher. Why can't I take along to these draws higher? Like it's clearly better than trying to pick tops and look for a short. So now going down to the lower time frame, this was actually like a super clean setup. I really like this trade. So what do we have leading up to this? We have accumulation. So what is accumulation? Power of three. We know it's accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We accumulate, manipulate, distribute. So this is literally like a textbook AMD play. So as you can see, leading into 7 p.m., we have accumulation, and then 7 p.m. opens up right here and we manipulate into that 30-minute gap. Now, if I put the replay tool back on, I'm going to pause this really quick and I'm going to show you guys ES at the same time also taps into that 30-minute gap. So ES also accumulated, manipulated. Now we're potentially looking to see distribution. But what's the main thing here? NQ and ES are both distributing or respecting a 30-minute bullish gap, which means that they're both in a higher time frame gap, which can distribute them higher. So they're both in a spot of bullish distribution. When we look for continuation longs, what do? We wait for price to tap into a higher time frame gap and then look for price to go higher. So NQ is in a higher time frame respecting a higher time frame gap. ES is in a higher time frame gap. They both have reason to potentially distribute higher if we get confirmation for an entry. So obviously we get that. We tap into the 30-minute gap and we get a strong reaction to the upside. Now on this reaction, what do we get? 1 minute inversion, nice displacement. ES also gives displacement. We have low resistance liquidity above. We have a short-term draw on liquidity. All I was looking for here was 25 points. And as you can see above, we did have those draws above. So I wanted to see this 30-minute gap send price, higher. So again, we accumulate, we manipulate, and again, we use the power of three here. The 7 p.m. candle opens low. So I'm looking at this on the higher time frame. I'm thinking like this is going to be an open low, high close. So visually, what am I seeing? I'm seeing this. I'm seeing the higher time frame, so the hourly, the new 15-minute, the new 30-minute candle that's opening at 7 p.m. I'm viewing this leg down here as that wick getting put in, and I'm looking to catch the 15-minute body to the upside, right? That's how I'm viewing this. So again, we accumulate here, we manipulate down into the 30-minute gap, while ES does as well, meaning NQ and ES are both in a spot of distribution for higher. We get a 1 minute inversion with nice displacement. We get a CISD, and we have the power of three in our favor as well. Open low, we're expecting a high close. Now we have low resistance liquidity above. Obviously at this point this was taken out, but we just have like if you look on the 30-second, we have like we just have we have this high, whatever. Like we're pretty valid to continue higher, right? We have these relative equal highs right there, and we have a higher time frame draw on liquidity above. So we get this displacement here. Now, am I going to go prematurely break even here if we just wick above this? That's what happens, and I don't go break even there, and I'm going to explain why. Okay, so normally, obviously, people will say, okay, well, oh, I thought we actually took it out there, or did we not? Oh, never mind. I thought we wicked above there, but as soon as basically what we did, we formed this new high right here, and I thought we wicked above this, but my idea was my stop loss is safe down here. If price is going to manipulate down, I'm wrong, but it should go higher. So I know that I'm like going to be willing to hold off on going break even a little bit longer. So I waited for this newly formed internal high, which I guess were turned into relative equal highs. I didn't really even realize it at the time. But anyway, I went break even after we pushed above that. I have the recording, so I'll post that as well from the trade. And we end up hitting TP. And as you can see, what happens after we hit TP, boom, price distributes higher. Obviously, we get the dump down now. And the reason why we get the dump down now is because 8 p.m. opens, we do get the move into this hourly gap. So valid in the short term. We still were valid in the short term. We did come up and take out these highs right here. We didn't run all the way to that objective, but we catch our piece anyway. And, you know, it was a valid trade. We see what happens off of this gap now. So again, I'll run through really quick. We have a 30-minute gap right here we're using as a condition. NQ and ES are both respecting it. Therefore, they're both in a spot of bullish distribution. We accumulate. We manipulate down at 7 p.m. I'm looking at this as an open, low, high close for price to distribute higher. We get a 1-minute inversion. Nice displacement. CISD. I want price to flush, take these relative equal highs out right here. Break even at the newly formed internal high. And then boom, we take it for just the one-to-one. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Just wanted to knock this quick video out. If anyone was curious on this trade, because I posted it. But yeah. It's a good start to the week. Again, this was just eval, but anyway, we'll be back on the charts tomorrow. Hopefully get something good, and I'll talk to you guys then. Peace.